Say it more excited.
Oh God.
You're hosting.
Hannah.
I'm Hannah Berner, and this is
Des Bishop.
And we're playing the newly engaged game. Let's do it.
What was the most romantic thing that you ever did, babe?
Oh, I want to say something dirty, but...
Yeah, let's not that.
Not that, okay. What have I done? I'm the romantic one. That's what he wrote. I wrote, let him have sex with me. What is the most romantic thing you've ever done for me?
Okay.
Besides the engagement.
Why did you just kill off the answer?
Because that's an obvious one. We have to make it more difficult.
Okay.
I wrote, let me sleep with my cat in the bed even though he's allergic.
No, that's cute. I said I bought you a hot tub.
I forgot about that. I take you for granted. What will be the first dance at our wedding? So I basically have decided we have a song, that's our song, but he disagrees with it. But I love Bee Gees More Than a Woman.
So I put the Bee Gees.
And he keeps going, babe, that's not our song. And I'm like, no, that's our song.
No, I'm totally fine. It's just that she made a sort of a solo decision that was our song. So the first couple of times I was like, when did this become our song?
Because I like it.
I did Dancing with the Stars in Ireland, so I'm looking forward to our first dance. My pro is gonna choreograph a dance for us. We'll probably be rehearsing that like just before our vows.
I feel like I have a podcast. I can't.
Yeah. I'm going on Call Her Daddy. I can't do that right now.
What is Hannah's biggest turnoff? Okay. What'd you write?
Short men.
I wrote men yelling at her.
So what is my biggest pet peeve?
Okay, there's two, but I'll do one.
I just did one.
Oh. You wrote chewing. She does say chewing. But for
the sound of chewing, not chewing in general.
With me, I said when I ask questions during stories.
Oh, yeah. She has... It's actually our first fight.
First fight.
Sometimes she likes to kind of like keep asking questions in the middle of a story. You're like, I can't concentrate.
I'm not asking questions during the story. I'm not listening. The fight was, I think I was fighting with Kyle all that day, and he was saying some nasty stuff.
You really don't have to tell this story.
And I got on the phone with Des, and he was like, I'm telling you this, and it was a very interesting story, and I was like, wait, but what about...
No, she actually asked me to tell this. She asked me to tell this specifics.
And then I was asking other things, and he's like, can you wait for me to finish the story? And
she kept wanting to go down these other tangents.
I think I was projecting what had happened to me all day, and in my head I'm like, if this guy is pretending to be a nice guy, but he's actually a huge asshole and he's gonna have that tone with me, I can't do this. So I waited for him to finish his story, and then I started crying, and I said, if you're one of these terrible guys that yells at women and treats them badly, I'm out. If you've just been pretending this whole time. And he was like, I'm so sorry.
No, I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I was projecting, but that's called dating someone on a reality TV show.
Where was our first date? I mean, these aren't hard questions.
Sag Harbor.
Yeah.
Well, she's warming us up. He picked me up in Sag Harbor when I was in Shelter Island, so I went over a body of water for him, and I was fighting with my dad over something stupid, and I was all upset about my dad. And what did you say to me?
Oh, yeah, the first thing she did was complain about her dad. Oh, actually, she was complaining about her parents in the car. And when she finished this like 2-minute tirade, I said, well, at least your parents are alive. And we had a good laugh about that. And when I saw that she laughed at that very dark sense of humor, I knew that we were compatible. And then even before we got to Sag Harbor, we were already like, blah, 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 two of us like chatting nonstop.
We like walked around Sag Harbor with our masks on.
It was a pandemic day.
4 hours, it was a very pandemic day. He got ice cream, he wanted me to have some, and I was like, I can't. So I was very hard to get. Who said I love you first?
Oh, I show it straight away? Is that
said me. He kept whispering it on FaceTime, and I was like, shh. And I was like, not yet.
Yeah,
like,
she wasn't.
No, I do.
She was very resistant. She was very resistant early on.
But then I just started sending him rings.
Then she started to let go.
I didn't know the guy yet, and I've as a 29-year-old, I've been through a lot, and I thought worst case scenario, and I wanted him to prove to me that he was the guy for me before I fell for him.
It was a few weeks after she went into the house, you know?
Maybe like a month and a half.
Well, no, yeah, it was definitely when I said it on the phone. But when we actually properly set it together, it was after she got out. Oh no.
No,
actually, it was towards the end after some other drama. Who is going to be the bigger bridezilla?
Oh.
Yeah. Hannah's mom.
So my mom just retired.
I mean that in a positive way. Like she's very into it.
She was the principal of a middle school in Brooklyn, so she's a very highly capable.
She's an organizer.
Like she gets shit done. So she's like bored in her retirement. So she's like, okay, I have 10 calls scheduled, and she's doing it all for me. So we love you, Lenore. What is the one moment that I regret on Summer House?
I'm not getting involved in these Summer House dramas, yo. I'm smart. I know when to say nothing. Tough because I haven't watched. What is the moment you regret? Honestly, I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, mine is not being able to see you more because of the pandemic.
Oh.
They were really, really strict with who can come in and out, and he needed to be tested like multiple times before coming in, because they really handled the pandemic really good with filming.